Happy International Jazz Day and welcome to VMI. We are happy to be celebrating with the patronage of the Austrian Commission for UNESCO. April 30th is the day and
it's the 10th anniversary, so we certainly have something special ready for you. Thank you for tuning in. What a pleasure to be part of a global phenomenon at this point with over 2 billion people watching and participating.
what a wonder, can you imagine what that energy is? 2 billion people? Well, let's start with a couple people right here.
That's right.
So, we came here on our different ways and different kinds of circumstances to come to Austria.
That's right. Just let me ask you, what brought you to Austria a couple of years ago when you first came here? What made you decide to move here?
Well, it was a jazz musician that I met in New York City who was in need of a vocalist for a project that he was finishing, and he wanted to tour with the record, and I said yes. This is what we do.
That's right. Music brought you here,
yes.
And it's also the reason for us to celebrate here with so many young, talented artists. And
yes.
I think right now we have a very special trio ready to kick off the show, and
for
we're
sure.
going to introduce the man putting together this trio.
Yes.
We'd like to hand it over to him and say a big hello to Sasha Lachner.
Hi, we salute the International Jazz Day. We spontaneously formed a trio to perform for the occasion, and I have the honor to accompany Paula Dušek, a brilliant student of ours. She's actually already an alumna, and she brought a piece that she penned herself. Along with us is Martin Pöchmüller on drums. He's still studying here, but in the finishing straight, a great musician and guy. And yeah, I'll be very sorry to see those guys go, because it's been such fun, such a hoot with them as it is to teach here at the VMI, especially since this has gotten somewhat of a jazz drift too. And as they say, jazz is not just a style, it's also a state of mind. And just to prove the point, we're going to do this piece by Paula Dušek, who will introduce it. I pretty much consider this a French chanson, but as I said, we'll do it the jazz way. Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. So this song is called Tous les mots, and it's a message to my future lover that he can find me when I'm ready.
Je t'attendrai à la fin de mes doutes. Je te ferai un signe tout petit. Au moment qu'on se verra, on saura qu'il doute. Je te ferai un signe tout petit.
Jazz verbindet und fördert den interkulturellen Dialog und das gegenseitige Verständnis. Jazz vereint Menschen in allen Teilen der Welt. Jazz steht im politischen, sozialen und kulturellen Kontext für Vielfalt und Inklusion. Weltweit existieren vielfältige Formen und Stile, die von der Improvisation und dem Zusammenspiel der Künstlerinnen leben. Jazz fördert die freie Meinungsäußerung und unterstützt die Gleichberechtigung der Geschlechter. Aus diesen Gründen und vielen mehr wurde der 30. April von der UNESCO zum Internationalen Tag des Jazz ausgerufen. Alljährlich wird der Internationale Tag von UNESCO-Generaldirektorin Audrey Azoulay und dem legendären Jazzpianisten und Komponisten Herbie Hancock geleitet. Als UNESCO-Botschafter für den interkulturellen Dialog und Vorsitzender des Herbie Hancock Institute of Jazz setzt sich Hancock für die wichtige Rolle des Jazz für ein solidarisches Miteinander ein. Als Generalsekretärin der österreichischen UNESCO-Kommission ist es mir eine besondere Freude, unseren Schirm über die Aktivitäten des Vienna Music Institutes im Rahmen des Internationalen Jazz Days zu spannen. Der Videorundgang durch das Institut eröffnet Einblick in vielfältige musikalische Herangehensweisen und kreative Auseinandersetzungen mit Jazz und leistet somit einen wesentlichen Beitrag zu den Feierlichkeiten des Jazz Days. Die österreichische UNESCO-Kommission freut sich, durch diese Schirmherrschaft dieses tolle Projekt unterstützen zu können und wünscht allen Teilnehmerinnen spannende und inspirierende Momente.
For me, International Jazz Day is really, really real because the joy for me teaching here at VMI is the fact that there's so many international students. In my different classes, we have Ukraine, we have Hungary, we have all of this, and for me, that's what international jazz is all about, right? The international language, which means everybody, and everybody's creating.
Right, the transformative power of music, you know, the language that everybody speaks, and we find so many amazing examples here at the VMI of the students coming from, young artists coming from different parts of the world and finding their voice, and then also starting collaborations with other musicians, and I think we have a wonderful example of this here right now, actually. We'd like to introduce a wonderful young artist from Turkey.
Hey, I'm Erim. I play the bass. I'm from Turkey. I grew up in USA. I moved to Vienna because I love the musical culture here, and a lot of jazz masters live here from all around the world. And that's Mateusz Baranowski on guitar, and he's from Poland, and he's going to tell his ideas.
Vienna is a great place to live, first and foremost. It's also in this interconnected day and age where you can collaborate with great musicians all over the world. It's not necessary to be in one particular place, be in New York or one of those quote-unquote jazz capitals. You can collaborate from any part of the world, and plus the amazing live quality that Vienna offers is something unique. Fedor Mitrovic is from Serbia, and he was
I came from Serbia to study jazz music in Vienna. I came on VMI. It's a great place, and the main reason was to meet people from around the world, like Mateusz and Erin, to play together.
From the last ensemble we heard, because living in Vienna is a wonderful experience. The quality of life is lovely, and one of the things I love, and I don't know about you, the traditions you have in terms of food here. Sturm in September and then Eierschwanger in March. So yeah, the quality of life is really wonderful.
Here. Let's see what's happening in here.
I couldn't resist him. His eyes were like yours. His hair was exactly the shade of brown. He's just not as tall, but I couldn't tell. It was dark and I was lying down. You are everything. He means nothing to me. I can't even remember his name.
Thank you so much, Mel. You also did a great job on the piano.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like making music now in Vienna. You know, it's the
Me
city
too.
of music, and yeah, after all of that, after the hard time, it's so good to have these great experiences.
Well, the special thing about intercultural exchanges, though we're all different, we do speak the same language. And I'm not talking about English, I'm talking about music. That's our language. So I know that we really appreciate working with students and lecturers from different countries who have their roots, for example, in the Southeast European culture. This is really inspiring, and yeah, you can treasure the different values, and so that's a really great thing about that.
Let's see what's happening in here. Sound. Can I just ask you, for us, at the VMI, it's the first time that we're participating with the International Jazz Day. I wanted to ask you, what does that mean for you as an educator, as a guitarist, as an artist? What does that mean for you to be part of something like this?
Well, I think it's very interesting because when I was preparing myself before the last couple of days, I was thinking of what could I have to say about jazz music and what's the important thing in jazz music for me. So besides some interesting notes and melodies and some interesting chords, I think the most interesting thing for me in jazz is the communication, which sounds a little cliche maybe, but I think this non-verbal communication not only between the players, between the audience. And there is something going on which, to this point, after all these decades of playing, I do not understand. I recall days when I was playing clubs here in Vienna, and I tried my best up on stage trying to get the right notes, and then went off stage, and people would invite me at the bar for a drink, and I hadn't met them before, and they said, "Hey, it was nice, let's have a talk," and we chatted for the rest of the evening. So there must have been some sort of communication, non-verbal communication through my playing, hopefully, that there was some trust, and there was trust, and there was agreement.
Sing low, sing clear, sweet words in my ear, not a whisper of despair, but love's own prayer.
a treat for us to be able to listen to you guys play live, you know, and I think we've been celebrating International Jazz Day for all of the ethos of UNESCO and all the amazing things that they're doing, but what we need to remember is that it's been a while since we've been able to be close and be together.
Absolutely, which is one of the joys, one of the benefits of creating together, of being an artist, yeah? So how do you feel, being able to do that now, to be together and play?
Great excitement and pleasure and joy on my part. Thank you so much for jumping in on such a short notice.
Thank you, thank you. Short of jumping right back into the big band business, we might as well start, you know, like easy, slow, small, intimate settings. Everybody tests that, everybody knows everybody. And hopefully, you know, it's like slowly coming out of the cocoon again and first steps, and this is just a perfect setting. And making music, you know, in this intimate level where you really have to react to every to the smallest fiber that's thrown at you. That's just always such a treat, and now especially it's a great way to come back.
Wow, that was really, really good. Under the auspices of Gloria, so far, but yet so close, and the ability to once again play together after a year of just not being in the creative process.
Right, and we all feel that, right? We all feel that energy of connecting again, music bringing us together. And I think if there's one person here at the VMI that knows about distance and proximity, it would be our very young artist from Vietnam.
Yes.
And so let's see what she's up to. I'd like to introduce Why.
Hi. I'm Hoai, and I moved from Vietnam to Austria in 2007 when I was 8 years old. Actually mainly for educational purposes, and it has actually changed my life because I think I wouldn't have done music professionally if I would have still been in Vietnam. Yeah. So here I started to learn classical guitar, and I continued for 7 years, and it has really given me a solid foundation also to learn more modern stuff. And today I'm going to perform an acoustic percussive fingerstyle piece that is called Drifting by Andy McKee.
That's right. And what does it mean to you?
To me, it's just the other side of the blues. The other side of the blues. Blues is here, jazz is here, jazz.
I'm actually curious to see what does it mean to our students?
To our students, right? Since it is a course of study here, for sure. So let's see what it means to the students here at VMI.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, you're doing
Jazz.
Jazz for me, freedom. Freedom I want to explore for myself, and
for me, it's the source of inspiration.
Oh, that's
joy.
kind of religion.
Yeah.
Peter, what is it for you?
universal language.
Okay, so.
When you think about it, the values that the UNESCO promotes with International Jazz Day, respect, communication, tolerance, are the very same values that are so important to jazz itself. You know, when you play this music, it's all about the communication with the other, right? And making it work, whatever the situation is.
It's been a long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother. Say, brother, help me please. Then he winds up my kidney back down on my knees. Oh, there's a time that I thought I could last your love. Somebody telling me don't let it go now, 'cause it's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Oh, yes it will.
It's been a day, huh?
It's been a day, but it's been a creative day. It's what we do.
That's right.
And we thank you so much, UNESCO, and the International Jazz Day. Herbie Hancock we didn't even mention Herbie Hancock.
How can you not?
Hey, how did we do that? Okay, now. Okay. And a shout out to Herbie Hancock Jazz and Blues Institute for creating this wonderful day, 10 years in. And we thank you for joining us here at VMI, where the joy of jazz lives every day. Comfort on the telephone. Red on called me a midnight fly.